Just start at the top, take your time.
Like when I came back here, I mean, I pulled up and I could see him, and you know, I knew something was bad. I ran out. I knew it was really bad. My boy over there, I could see it was.
Do not be fooled by this man's theatrics. Alex Murdaugh, a personal injury lawyer, is putting on a show for law enforcement. This recorded incident is just moments after an alleged gunman showed up to the Murdaugh's house, causing the deaths of his 22-year-old son, Paul, and his 52-year-old wife, Margaret.
Hampton County 911, where's your emergency?
This is Alex Murdaugh at 4147 Moselle Road. I need the police to ambulance immediately. My wife and child just shot badly.
Okay, you said 4147 Moselle Road in Allison?
Sir?
You said 4147 Moselle Road in Allison?
Yes, sir. 4147 Moselle Road.
Stay on the line with me, okay?
Hurry.
Yes, sir. Stay on the line with me, okay?
That was just a short clip of the call Alex made to police. Later on, we'll see that Alex is claiming that he wasn't home when the incident occurred and insists that he was looking after his elderly parents. It doesn't take long for police to catch on to Alex's charade, resulting in lifelong imprisonment. You're watching Reaper House, and viewer discretion is advised. This is where we'll be able to see law enforcement's first encounter with Alex during this murder case involving his family. Pay attention to how over-exaggerated his actions are. This could be due to the fact that he's guilty of the crime and is unsure of how to act in this sort of situation. Or it could also be the pure shock that his wife and son are actually gone. As the officer approaches Alex, watch as he assures the officer that he is not a threat, which can be seen as odd behavior given the situation.
It's in your vehicle? Do you have any guns on you at all?
No, sir. It's leaning up against the side of my car.
Okay. You're fine, man. You're fine. Turn around for me.
I don't have any guns.
Okay. Yes, sir. I see that. Okay. This is your wife and son?
And son.
Okay.
It's bad. It's bad. Check the pulses.
Yes, sir. This is the firearm you brought from inside the house?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I went and got. This is a long story. My son was in a boat wreck a few months back. He's been getting threats. Most of it's been benign stuff we didn't take serious.
Okay.
You know, he's been getting like punched. I know that's somebody. I know that's what it is.
Okay. When did you get home? Right when you called, or did you go to the house first? Where is the house?
I came to the house first. My mom has late stages Alzheimer's, and my dad is in the hospital.
Okay.
I left. I don't know what time. I can go back on my phone and tell you the exact times. Did you check?
Okay. Did I check what?
Did you check them?
We got medical guys that are that's what they're gonna do. Okay.
What are they doing? Can they hurry?
They are. Yes, sir. How did you pull up? You from back there?
I went to the house and they weren't home, which was odd. I tried to call.
Okay.
And then I knew they had been down here before I left to go to my mom's.
Okay.
And so that is loaded.
Okay.
You might want to unload it. But I mean. You can check them. They're dead. They are dead, aren't they?
Yes, sir. That's what it looks like.
Randy.
Okay. When was the last time you were here with them, or talked to them, or anything like that?
It was earlier tonight. I don't know the exact time, but
Okay.
I left. I was probably gone an hour and a half from my mom's, and I saw them about 45 minutes before that.
Okay.
I rode around with Paul for 2 hours this afternoon.
If it weren't for the information that I know now, I would have been convinced that this man had just lost his family to an intruder. Alex does a great job at putting on a charade compared to other examples playing innocent that I've seen. Next up, we'll see a more personal interview with Alex and detectives where Alex will continue this act whilst law enforcement tries to collect as much information as possible.
As I stated, I'm David Owen in Lower Rutland with Colleton County, and I'm with SLED. I hate to have to do this.
I understand.
Yeah,
I totally
yeah,
understand.
yeah.
So you don't have any problem with it.
So, just start at the top, take your time.
Like when I came back here, I mean, I pulled up and I could see him, and you know, I knew something was bad. I ran out. I knew it was really bad. My boy over there, I could see it was.
Sorry.
And I could see his brain on his... And I ran over to Maggie, and actually, I think I tried to turn Paul over first. You know, I tried to turn him over, and I don't know, I figured it out. His cell phone popped out of his pocket. I started to try to do something with it, thinking maybe, but then I put it back down really quickly. Then I went to my wife, and I mean, I could see.
Did you touch Maggie at all?
I did. I touched them both.
Okay.
I tried to take, I tried to do it as limited as possible, but I tried to take their pulse on both of them.
I would just like to note here that lots of people have quoted this part of Alex's interview stating, why would he check the pulses of two deceased family members if he clearly saw that there had been brain matter scattered across the entire crime scene? Now, was this his way of formulating an alibi for law enforcement so that they wouldn't incriminate him? Or again, just pure shock?
And, you know, I called 911 pretty much right away. And she was very good.
What all was around Paul when you walked up?
Blood.
Anything else?
I mean, there were some body things, yes, sir.
I mean, like any other evidence? I know you said the phone fell out the pocket, but did you see anything else that didn't belong or shouldn't belong or that wasn't part of Paul?
No, sir, not the...
What made you come out here tonight?
I went to, my mom's a late stage Alzheimer's patient. My dad's in the hospital. My mom gets anxious when she does. I went to check on them and Maggie. Maggie's a dog lover, and she fools with the dogs. And I knew she'd gone to the kennel. I was at the house. I left the house and went to my mom's for just a little while. Tried to call her when I left. Texted her, no response.
This is pretty much the gist of the whole interview. There is some back and forth about the relationships within the family and who Alex thinks might have done this. I'll leave a link in the description to the full interview for whoever wishes to watch it. He then goes on to talk about how his son Paul had received lots of death threats while at school or while just out in public. Now, these threats are the result of Paul causing a boat crash leading to the death of Mallory Beach. Paul Murdaugh was charged with 3 felony counts on April 18, 2019, including boating under the influence and boating under the influence causing death. Paul pleaded not guilty and was released on bond. This itself is its own rabbit hole, so for now we'll just focus on Alex. 3 months after the deaths of his son and wife, an interrogation was conducted on Alex, with police finally catching on to his lies and confronting him about it. I'll go ahead and show you guys some of the highlights from that interrogation.
Okay.
some more questions that I need to get clarifications on.
Sure.
Okay. So we'll start with that.
Wait a minute.
Yes, sir.
Maybe I'm mistaken. I thought we were coming here so you can update him on what's going on.
And I intend to do that as
Okay,
we
let's
go.
do that first.
Okay.
All right, let's do that first.
The update is I'm doing the investigation, and I have some questions that I would like some answers to. And I mean, certainly, if you know, I ask the question, if you don't want to answer it, you don't have to answer it.
No, I'm fine with that.
I mean, it's more clarifications of the 2 interviews you've already given me.
Totally understand.
Okay.
Just wait 1 second.
Yeah.
Wait 1 second. All right. I need for you to tell me, are you going to give us information? Or are we just here for you to ask questions?
I'm going to give you some information.
Right. Why can't you give us information first?
Some of the information that you're asking about are in my questions. And as we go through, you'll see.
Okay.
I don't mind. I don't
I know
mind.
you don't, but I can't. I mean, I'm a friend, but I'm also a lawyer, and I like to know what we do. I like to understand what we're talking about. You know, I need you to answer this question. Are you asking him questions to further your investigation, or are you asking him questions because you think that he's a suspect? I need a straight answer.
I am asking these questions to further my investigation.
All right. Does that mean that you're not asking him these questions as a suspect?
Good. Say.
Because I'm not comfortable with you asking him questions as a suspect when I came here with the thought that you were going to be telling him where you are in the investigation, what it is you've done, seen, uncovered, whatever. That's why we came here.
Well, let me respond to your question. It may not be a direct answer that you're looking for, and I've told Alec this when we first met. Any homicide investigation, you start with the closest person and/or the person who found the deceased. Both cases, that's Alec. Everybody stays in that investigation until we can get them out. And right now, because of the questions that I have that I need explanations for, I cannot get Alec out.
Okay. All right. That's a reasonable statement. I don't have any problem with that statement. That's fine. I don't read it, but everybody in the United States of America has an opinion on this case. And because I know everybody, I know it's a bunch of I can't imagine that y'all are going to be asking about nonsense in the internet.
No. No.
Well,
I mean, just like you, I'm aware of what's out there.
Yeah.
I have not read every article. I don't care to read every article because they're not doing the investigation.
That's right.
I am.
That's right. That's right. All right. Well, you know, Alec, if you're comfortable and you feel okay,
Yes.
then that's fine.
Do
But
anything to help.
all right, that's fine.
Well, Alex had his chance at not continuing, as his lawyer seemed to hint at, but he's going to continue with questioning. The lawyer seems to already have an idea as to where this may be headed, and at the time this case was very popular and gained lots of attention, which could hinder investigators, possibly altering the way Alex would testify or possibly his eagerness to answer questions. Alex taking the innocent and helpful approach may have been a way to show investigators that he has nothing to hide, but as you may have guessed it, this would in fact not work out in Alex's favor.
The reason I'm asking about that, the shot shells that we recovered that night, one was a turkey load, one was a buckshot.
I understood that.
The shotgun that you had with you that night, there was a bird shot and a buckshot.
when Jeff went back the next day, I'm not sure which attorney it was, pointed out that there had been a shotgun laying on the pool table that he had put away, and pointed out that ammunition that was with that, and it was a buckshot and a birdshot. And then the shotgun that we took for potential comparison, it was also loaded with a birdshot and a buckshot. So I have all of these consistent loads along with what's that in the feed room. I call it the feed room at the kennels. Is that what you call it?
That's
Okay.
good enough.
Okay. I just want, if I say feed room, I just want you to know what I'm talking about.
The night I grabbed the shells that I could get my hands on, I don't, I had no idea exactly what I had.
Okay. Maggie. There were also cartridge casings found by your house, by the side door to the gun room, and at the shooting range.
Okay.
And the ones by the house and some of the ones found at the shoot range are confirmed matches to the ones found by Maggie.
So you now believe that those guns, that Paul's guns were used?
Yes.
Okay.
And missing.
Because let me tell you what I've tried not to do. I know y'all have to look at me. I've tried to have as little discussions with the people that y'all are interviewing, with all this talk about how I fixed this and fixed that with the boat wreck, which is totally untrue. I've tried to not have a lot of conversation with people that, I know y'all need to talk to.
Mm-hmm. Well, the problem that I encounter, and I think everybody in law enforcement encounters in any investigation, people on the street talk and they run their mouth and they'll talk to friends and they'll talk to families and they'll talk to victims, but when the police show up, they keep their mouth shut.
So
just a few more questions.
Okay.
Did you kill Maggie?
No. Did I kill my wife?
Yes, sir.
No, David.
Do you know who did?
No, I do not know who did.
Did you kill Paul?
No, I did not kill Paul.
Do you know who did?
No, sir, I do not know who did. Do you think I killed Maggie?
I have to go where the evidence and the facts
I
take me.
understand that. And you think I killed Paul?
I have to go where the evidence and the facts take me, and I don't have anything that points to anybody else at this time.
So does that
Yes.
mean that I am a suspect?
You were still in, like I told Corey earlier, you were still in this. With everything that we've talked about, with the family guns, the ammunition, nobody else's DNA. I have to put my beliefs aside and go with the facts.
All right, Mr. Murdaugh, I sentence you to the State Department of Corrections on each of the murder indictments in the murder of your wife, Maggie Murdaugh. I sentence you for a term of the rest of your natural life for the murder of Paul Murdaugh, whom you probably loved so much. I sentence you to prison for murdering him for the rest of your natural life. Those sentences will run consecutive. Under the statute involving possession of a weapon during a violent crime, there is no sentence where a life sentence is imposed on other indictments. That is the sentence of the court, and you are remanded to the State Department of Corrections. And officers may carry forth on the imposition.
Alex was presented with loads of evidence against him that proved him guilty. Call logs being deleted from his phone before the shootings occurred, a Snapchat video his son took with Alex's voice in the background when he was supposedly not on the property. General Motors provided GPS data on Alex's vehicle during the night of the murders. As a result, Alex was then sentenced to spend the rest of his life behind bars for the murders of his own wife and son. And to really make sure that he stays in prison, Alex just received an additional 40 years for his financial crimes. As always, thanks again for tuning in. If you made it this far, please leave a like if you want, or subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you all next time.